Now you know shit's crazy when you get the face mask and the wet hair. Back the feminist lawyer here, y'all. Florida has taken their Christo-fascist takeover to a whole new level.
The ramp up was predictable. First, it was K through 3 to be protected from sexualized materials in books, and books were banned. Then it was K through 12. Suddenly, we found the same expanded. Then, of course, they took on the university system. It was all educational, just like the people did back in 1933. However, once you get done banning everything that is educational, what's left? You got to ban the people.
We already knew that if parents are suspected of providing gender-affirming care to their child, they can have their child taken from them. But now the Florida legislature has defined drag as a sex crime against children. And in the same legislative breath, have decided that sex crimes against children are punishable by the death penalty and only by an 8-4 vote instead of unanimous decision. Make no mistake, this is the beginning of a queer Holocaust.
Germany in 1933, under the German Criminal Code, paragraph 175. The gay community was identified, rounded up, brought to camps, and in the process of doing so, given striped clothing and pink triangles on the left chest.
The legislature has not defined drag. This is largely up to interpretation, which means anyone who's trans, anyone who's queer, anyone who's gender nonconforming could be convicted of a sex crime against a child by simply existing in public and get executed for it. This is fascism.
So what does it look like? What does drag or queer look like in civilian clothing? Well, it's a simple accusation of somebody being drag or queer enough for Florida authorities to step in, and then forcing somebody to prove their innocence rather than being proven guilty.
I truly don't understand how people aren't seeing it.
People know it, people see it, people recognize it, people don't care enough about it. It's the not in my backyard syndrome. I am personally not affected, therefore I don't want to get involved. It is the individualistic nature of the United States, of its citizens, that provides the perfect bedrock to have fascism rise at breakneck speed. And somehow we seem to be under the collective illusion that this is where it's going to stop. They have an end game. The end game is white, blue-eyed, blonde-haired, male, Christo-fascist. 5 parameters. If you're not meeting any one of those 5, you are subject to being diminished and or eradicated. That is the game plan. And I don't know what anyone else in this space who creates on this subject needs to say that it sinks in. Go to the Holocaust Museum. Jump online. Read about it. Educate yourself, because this is what's about to happen. We've already seen the beginnings. It's not going to stop there. And if they are able to execute that thing you call the United States, that you're so damn proud of, will be a relic of the past.